Throughout history, serial killers have caught our attention to the media and crime investigators. One of the most questionable serial killers is the Zodiac Killer, talking to the public through ciphers and encrypted letters, giving the media an insight into the world of crime. The Zodiac is one of America's most infamous serial killers. During the 1960s and early 1970s, the Zodiac murdered at least 5 people, often couples, secluded areas near San Francisco Bay Area. His first victim was Cherry Jo Bates. He wrote a confession about her, including a message to, in quote, beware. The media has been captivated by the Zodiac Killer because of his relationship with the media. The Zodiac began sending coded messages taunting police to various newspapers. Very soon after his first murder, he signed these letters with a circle with a plus sign over it, his symbol. He infamously sent ciphers that said, in quote, "This is the Zodiac speaking. By the way, have you cracked the last cipher I sent you? My name is blank." This was followed by a series of 13 symbols that were supposed to be his name encoded. To this day, the code has not been cracked. While the case came cold in the late 1990s, Zodiac copycats began to pop up in New York City, taking a more literal interpretation of his predecessor by murdering victims based off their zodiac sign. This copycat killer, however, eventually was named Herberto Ere. Seda began his copycat spree in 1989 by sending cryptic letters to the police and media. In the months following, he began stalking his victims, shooting them with each a homemade gun. At the scene of each crime, Seda left similar notes. Over the course of the next year, Seda murdered 3 New Yorkers and attempted to kill 5 more. Seda discovered through witnesses and because he left fingerprints on his notes. After he engaged police in an unrelated shootout in 1996, Seda was arrested and convicted of the Zodiac copycat crimes. Forensics is the scientific test or technique used in connection with detection of crime. In the 19th century, the study of hair, fingerprints, and blood through development of forensic investigation to new heights. Lorcard, the forensic professor at the University of Lyons, France, created his first crime laboratory for the use by police and other enforcement personnel. By the mid-1960s, forensic development led to the identification of firearm seduces left on skin and clothing. Breathalyzer tests to determine sobriety had been perfected. In 1975, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in the Federal Rules of Evidence, which were enacted by the congressional statute. These rules stated that the scientific evidence must be deemed relevant and not prejudicial for the presentation of any criminal case. A mere 2 years later, the FBI began to use computerized scans of fingerprint cards from thousands of individuals in their automatic fingerprint identification system, more commonly known by law enforcement personnel today as the AFIS. Today, a wealth of technology advancements have made forensic investigation a lot easier than it used to be. However, despite such advancements, crime scenes investigations still take a human brain to rationalize the conception of what happened at any crime scene, while forensic investigation relies on such medical and scientific advancements. All in all, the Zodiac Killer was a horrific killer that sought fame by the media and captivated citizens into the world of crime and murder. Forensic and crime analysis has also become a lot better since these murders took place, giving hope to find who the Zodiac Killer really was.